Hello, this is actually the first proper YouTube video we've recorded specifically for YouTube, so I hope you enjoy. So let's get into it. If you teach English online and you want to earn more without working more hours, this video matters. My name is Luke Shepherd. I'm the founder of Teacher T, and over the last few years we've helped hundreds of teachers move away from selling lessons by the hour and start selling outcomes as industry focused English coaches. Not by working harder, not by posting every day, not by spending money on ads or chasing students anymore, but by changing the model that they're operating inside. And in this video I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Most English teachers aren't struggling because they're bad at teaching. They're struggling because they're playing the wrong game. You can be skilled, you can care deeply about your students, I'm sure you all do. You can prepare well, show up on time, and genuinely want to help, and still feel busy, still feel underpaid and stuck. That feeling of constantly working but never quite getting ahead. It isn't accidental. It's a natural outcome of the model most teachers are pushed into. Most teachers are trapped in a system where effort doesn't compound. You teach a lesson, you get paid once, then you start again. There's no carryover, no leverage, no ceiling lift. If you take a week off, income stops. If you get sick, income stops. And if you want to earn more, the only lever you're given is, well, teach more hours then. Platforms don't optimize for you earning more. They optimize for volume, choice, and churn, which means you are replaceable by design. And that's the real issue. Let's strip the emotion out and just run the numbers. If you charge $20 an hour on a platform, after fees, you're taking home around $15 an hour. So to make $3,000 a month at $15 an hour, you need to teach 200 hours of live calls. That's 50 hours a week. And that's before lesson prep, admin, reschedules, cancellations. In reality, you're working closer to 60, 70 hours a week just to keep things afloat. You can't work harder out of that. And slightly raising your rate doesn't fix it either, because the model stays the same. The ceiling doesn't move because you are replaceable and students compete on price. Here's the real lever most teachers never see. Income is capped by how replaceable you are. Lessons are easy to replace. Outcomes aren't. That single idea explains almost everything. Forms increase replaceability. General English increases replaceability. Hourly lessons increase replaceability. Because from the client's perspective, you are interchangeable. Outcomes do the opposite. They anchor you to the result, not the time slot. Clients don't pay for lessons. They pay to stop feeling stuck, to run meetings without hesitation, to present clearly under pressure, to negotiate confidently, to operate at a high level that their role already demands. English is just the vehicle. The outcome is the product. And once you see that clearly, everything else starts to rearrange itself. Transformation isn't grammar drills. It's helping someone function better in real situations that matter. It's helping a senior engineer explain risk clearly, a healthcare professional communicate with confidence, a technical lead speak up in meetings instead of holding back. When English connects directly to performance, decisions, and responsibility, it stops being abstract. It becomes practical. And practical outcomes are what people pay for. Once you sell outcomes, programs make sense. A 10-week program isn't expensive. It's efficient. You're not selling more English. You're selling a faster, clearer path to a result somebody already wants. And this is where most teachers realize that they've been operating in the wrong market. Let me be very clear. We're not competing with teachers on Preply. We're not targeting people shopping for the cheapest hourly rate. That's a different market. What we're doing is operating in a completely different terrain. We work with top of their game professionals inside specific industries. Engineers, lawyers, healthcare professionals, technical and high responsibility roles. These people aren't beginners. They're already competent. Their problem isn't English in general. Their problem is communicating clearly and confident inside their context. Their time is expensive. Mistakes are costly. And that's why price stops being the conversation. Speed, relevance, precision take over. Think about learning how to drive. You can take one lesson a week with a driving instructor for 3 months. Cheap on paper, slow in reality, you might pass. Or you take a crash course. It costs more, but in 1 week, you pass a test and are legally on the road. You're not paying for the hours, you're paying for the outcome faster. And that's exactly how high-level clients think. They're not asking how cheap is this, they're asking how quickly can this be solved. Generalists compete on price, specialists don't. When English connects directly to someone's role, industry, and performance, it stops being a cost and starts being an investment. That's the shift. And it's why industry context matters more than generic business English ever will. Right now, most teachers are still selling hours. Fewer than 1% are positioned as outcome-based, industry-focused English coaches. That's why this works so well right now. But markets don't stay inefficient forever. Once this becomes obvious, positioning matters more than learning it. The teachers who win aren't the ones who move last. They're the ones who position early. Listen carefully to the patterns in these examples. Different people, different industries, different starting points, but the same shift and the same result. This isn't about personality or luck. It's about changing the model. Sergio was charging $15 an hour on Preply. Busy, but stuck inside the same ceiling. After specializing for the oil and gas sector, he sold his first program within 2 weeks. Those programs work out to roughly $75 an hour. Same experience, different market. That's what happens when English aligns with an industry and a real business outcome. Like Thomas, he was charging around $25 an hour on Italki, fully booked, working hard, but still capped. After specializing and packaging his offer for healthcare professionals, he sold his first program within 1 month. Those programs worked out to around $90 per hour. Same teaching ability, the only thing that changed was who he helped and what outcome he was responsible for. Julia was charging $15 an hour on platforms. Busy, but capped. After changing the model, she sold her first program for £500 for 4 hours of work. 4 hours of delivery. That's over $150 an hour. Same skill, different container. She literally times 10 her income by doing this. Check Cole. After Preply took their large cut, he was only taking home around $5 an hour. After specializing and packaging his offer for engineers, he sold his first program within 1 month. Those programs work out to around $50 an hour. Same person, same teaching skill. What changed was the model, not the teacher. Notice what didn't change across any of these examples. Not confidence, not qualifications, not years of experience, only the model. And when the same results show up across different industries and starting points, it stops becoming motivation and starts becoming mechanics. So from here, there are 3 realistic paths. 1, you do nothing and stay in hourly teaching and stay where you are, which is fine. Number 2, you try to piece this all together alone, testing, guessing, potentially burning time and making mistakes. Also fine. Or number 3, you plug into an infrastructure that already exists. None of these choices are right or wrong, but none of them are also neutral. What is Teacher T's Accelerator Academy? This is not a course you watch and forget. This is not about an extra certificate or qualification you add to your LinkedIn headline. It's about moving from selling hours as a teacher to operating as an industry-focused English coach who sells outcomes and transformation. That shift changes how you price, how you position yourself, and how you're paid. That's the point of the Accelerator Academy. We help you choose the right industry angle, package outcomes properly, and how to attract and land premium clients in the right order. Not faster, smarter. You don't need to decide whether this works. You already have seen that it does. The only decision left is timing. You can position now whilst this shift still creates leverage, or you can wait and compete later. Neither choice is right or wrong. But once you understand the model, staying where you are is no longer neutral. The biggest cost here isn't getting it wrong, it's getting it late. If you want to explore this properly, click the links below. You'll see our Academy page, pricing, and all the testimonials in full. Take your time, look at it properly, and if you found this video useful, please make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna be breaking this down a lot further on this YouTube channel with loads of videos, lessons, and everything all posted on here. Thank you very much for your time.